Last year on the Laneway Festival lineup. Good morning, Grimes.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Great, thank you. Hey, we were just chatting about a leopard that was found its way into an Indian school. It was walking around for like 10 hours. It took ages to get sedated, and we were asking listeners whether they had things walk in their school. What walks into a Canadian school?
No, nothing.
Haven't had a moose?
No, there was
No.
A Mountie came into the school?
Yeah, probably a Mountie, yes.
But no wild animals ever really came into your school?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, in the middle of the city, I don't know.
Okay,
sure.
fair call.
That'll be it. Thank you very much for dropping by, given especially you've played 3 shows in a row over the weekend. Adelaide, Brisbane, Sydney. That's a big one, but we did realise it's Grimes' biggest run of shows. What's the most that you've put together in a row?
52 in 53 days.
That is like
almost 2 months.
Ridiculous.
It was extremely dark emotionally by the end. It was like extremely dark.
Were you organising this tour by yourself?
My manager at the time was just basically just like a friend from high school. So,
Yeah.
And did you just said, I want to do as many as I can?
When you don't understand how the industry works and you're literally playing in restaurants, you're like, I suppose that's just what you do. And if you play a show, then technically you might make like $20. That's better than not making anything.
Sure. So what does any one of those 52 and 53 days particularly stand out?
One of them was like Primavera. So there's basically just a bunch of crazy stuff, and then like one festival, which probably paid for the whole thing.
Yeah, sweet. What did you do on your day off on the 53rd day?
I just partied at Primavera.
Yeah, sweet.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming. You're going to hang out with us a little while before Ice Cube comes into the studio this morning as well, who's also in the country alongside Kevin Hart for Ride Along 2. So it's going to be a big one. And we'll kick off with your track here called California. You might have seen live if you head along to the Laneway Festivals. You're at Triple J with Matt and Alex and Grimes.
On Triple J, we kicked off with Grimes. Her track California. It's off Art Angels. Matt and Alex are with you. So lucky to be joined in the studio by the artist behind that track. Grimes herself is here with us. And just there was Outcast, Ms. Jackson. And that particular track means a bit to you, Grimes?
Yeah.
Off an album that is pretty good. Stankonia.
Yeah.
A classic.
It's the first album I ever bought with my own money. So.
Oh,
right.
Excellent. Whereabouts did you buy it? Do you remember?
What was it called? HMV or whatever in Canada. I don't know if that exists outside of Canada.
No,
we had some. I'm not sure if they're doing as well anymore, given the digital revolution that music is finding itself in the midst of.
You say you bought it with your own money. Where did you earn that money from?
I had a dog walking business. It was actually crap because it was $2 an hour. Which is like
$2 an hour.
Yeah, no. In retrospect, I'm like, what the like that's definitely like
Wait, per dog.
Yeah, but there's only one dog.
Wait, so you
Did you have a business or were you helping a
multi-lead?
friend?
Yeah, no, it was just my business, and like it was my business plan, so it was just clearly a crap business plan.
How did you market this? Did you
I put flyers on the
flyers up on posters?
which were also handmade, so I had to do each one because I didn't know how to use a photocopier. So it was like excessive work for extremely low pay.
Okay, but
So every flyer up on a pole had been drawn.
Yeah.
it was a
individually.
Grimes original.
No, I think the neighbor just hired me out of like sympathy. Basically.
Sure.
Right, and what sort of dog was it?
It was a small black dog.
Okay.
Some kind of
Did
like
it ever get
Scottish?
Get you into trouble or anything?
No.
Okay.
Didn't lose it.
Fairly uneventful.
Oh, that's good. Well, it would have started your designing career for your own individual businesses because you've recently replayed California there off Art Angels. You did the artwork for that as well.
That's
Please
true,
tell me you
actually.
got that printed. Please tell me that was printed and not every CD cover is drawing it each
printed
time.
that. Although, fun fact, the Geidi Primes album covers were all individually drawn.
What? Really?
So how many did you draw?
Only 35.
Okay.
But they were all different
Yeah.
and watercolor painted. It took like months.
35. So, I mean, who's got those 35? Do you know?
I don't know, whoever randomly ordered them online.
That's incredible. We've got to talk about your work ethic, Claire, because you said this is one of your first days off since June last year. 6 months of solid stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much work ethic as just the schedule happens and I sort of roll along.
Yeah,
okay.
geez.
It seems to me, hearing you talk about, how you put Art Angels together, you're not particularly interested in getting other people to do the work for you.
Yeah, no, I definitely just prefer to do it too.
Okay. Why is that?
I think I just don't cooperate well with others, like straightforwardly. I think that's probably just what it is. I just always get pissed. It takes longer when you have other people, because then you're like, but change this, but change this, but change this, going back every little thing, and then you could just do it faster on your own in a way.
Have you been in any of those? Because so many artists these days are collaborating, and even we were going to interview Sia last week, didn't end up happening, but her album is songs that she wrote for other people and is actually now she's singing them. It's this industry where, you know, people are helping out on other people's songs, or you can't go around to Kanye's and make a beat, or these sort of things. Have you been invited to those? Have you tried them out and it hasn't worked? Or
a little bit. I'm just really bad at writing on, you know, because they'll be like, oh, we need a song, 135 BPM, like this vibe, and I'm just like, I can't, I just can't do, I can only do what I feel like. I don't know, you know what I mean?
You can't just make it. It just happens as it happens. You can't be told what to do and when.
Parameters.
I mean, I feel like people see Grimes one way, but it's definitely just a very much, in terms of how it actually functions structurally, it's very like an indie thing.
Okay.
I just can't roll. Like, I'm also not a good enough musician. You put me in like a room with other people. I don't know. It's just like, and singing in front of people and stuff. It's just weird.
Do you feel like then you have real difficulty switching off?
What do you mean? Like,
do you ever need to kind of, how do you unwind if you're working all the time, thinking about all the stuff behind your work? I mean, what do you do to? Yeah,
no, that's a big problem. Like, I only slept, I went to bed at 4 a.m. Like, I never just don't sleep very much, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Does that pose a problem? Because I guess everyone needs sleep. I find it difficult to function on less than 8 hours. What do you do with yourself? Do you find it affects you at all, or you're used to it now?
Not, yeah. I think that's what like coffee and vitamin D is for, really.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we're going to ask you a bit more about Art Angels and touring around Australia, including a few of the characters behind Art Angels too, because I was, investigating a few of these. Okay, that's coming up. We'll talk about that later on. After some Fiddler, your Laneway bandmates. This is Y Generation. You're on Triple J. On Triple J, that is Fiddler with Y Generation. On Friday, I was hearing them come out of the radio live from the Adelaide Laneway Festival. You may have as well. And you might have heard our next guest as well. Grimes has been on Laneway the last little while. And instead of talking about the stage action off air, talking about the amazing costumes, the songs, the dancing, we've been talking about the admin behind festivals. Right, the forms that must be filled in order to
I don't have to fill
participate
them out.
at Laneway.
My manager does, so.
Okay.
There's a lot of them, though.
So what sort of forms are there?
I don't know, like safety forms and blah, blah. Everything. Because even I'm like, we need a fan. It's so hard to get a fan. There's like fan drama, like Purity Ring. Like they didn't get a fan at the other show.
And to stay cool in the Australian summer.
Yeah, well, and also for hair blowing.
Sure.
Yeah, right. Okay,
like
for the effect as well.
Crucial.
So have you ever put forward an idea and been like, okay, I want fireworks? And they're like, no.
Oh, I've always want bubbles, and they never let you have bubbles. They hate bubbles.
What's wrong with bubbles?
Because they're slipping, because people can slip. And so a lot of, literally half of festivals won't allow bubbles.
I did notice that you had some dancers on stage, and we were talking before about how you're into the creativity behind everything. Did you do the choreography for the dancing as well?
I did not do the choreography.
Okay.
Yes.
How long does it take to rehearse for a Grimes show in terms of all the dancing and everything?
Not that long, actually.
Okay.
Well, because they work separately, and then we like meet up and just run it for like a day, maybe.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Really
Transfers. And you're doing a lot of because you're up front, you're singing and stuff, you're grooving along. You've also got to fire off a lot of the music as well. How have you found that, being front and back of stage person in one?
I'm pretty good at it now. It's not that hard, yeah. It's actually better because when if I had nothing to do, I think I would panic. Like, I don't know what I'd do with my hands, yeah.
That's the worst feeling when you're like, are my hands looking weird at this point? How do I sing louder, or do I do a fist pump in the air? Is that lame to do, those things that go through your head when you've got time to think about it?
I mostly just try to gesticulate, like, you know, we watch politicians and just be like that and that. Okay, so no one can see me. We're on the radio. But
Grimes was doing a little hair gesture, like she's a way to putting a platter down on the table.
Just like, okay. Again, I was about to do another action, but no one can see it. So, but anyway, yeah.
So, do you feel awkward then? Do you ever do just straight up karaoke with friends?
No, never.
No, you're over that.
No, that's like going into an office and filling out tax forms for fun.
You don't find that entertaining?
I definitely no recreational performances.
Yeah, interesting. All right, well, we've got a call in this morning. Jess has given us a ring. First of all, Jess, happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
You got a question for Grimes? You saw her at Laneway in Melbourne.
I'm seeing her.
Oh, you are seeing her,
You are
sorry,
seeing
next
her,
week.
yeah.
Melbourne
It
hasn't
hasn't
happened
happened
yet.
yet.
For sure, in the future. Any questions about what Grimes might be bringing to Laneway?
Well, I really want the bubbles now.
Yeah.
Health and safety, Jess.
Well, I feel like I should have some right, as it's my birthday today, to kind of like in the future for a birthday wish. I want the bubbles.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would even suggest bringing your own, but I don't think you're allowed to bring any
Yeah, they
liquids.
probably wouldn't let you bring it in. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, well, it could probably look pretty dangerous or something, but I'll try.
Okay, what song are you most looking forward to hearing at Laneway then?
Well, basically everything, but since I heard California like for the first time last week, I've literally been obsessed. So I'm very excited for that one.
Excellent. Well, will you be playing California at the show?
No.
Happy birthday, Jess.
Absolutely ruined your birthday. Oh my
But this one will be coming out as well. It is Flesh Without Blood by Grimes. Playing the Enmore in Sydney this week as well on Wednesday. Then the Laneways to finish off. Melbourne and Fremantle will be getting some Grimes action. And thank you very much for popping by, Grimes, for hanging out with us. We've got Kevin Hart and Ice Cube coming in after this. Any questions for Cube at all that we can have coming up?
I actually don't know a single thing about Ice Cube because I think he became. I didn't have the media from 2006 to 2013, so I just don't know anything about popular culture.
That he's been in recently at all.
I have no idea. I've only heard his name. I have no idea what he even looks like.
All right. Well, you can meet him on the way out. I think they're just arriving here, so you can say hello to call him Mr. Cube.
Mr. Cube, okay.
Okay. Here it is, Grimes, Flesh Without Blood. Triple J Breakfast. Good morning.